Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. As always, I appreciate Brian Shadow Strike's feedback on forums. And of course, as I'm traveling yesterday, as long as my day was, and it was an 8.5-hour drive with some crazy construction and traffic by the time it was all said and done. But as crazy as my day was, I finally opened up Line to start looking at some messages, and we have a couple of really important things to talk about in this video. The first one is maybe some potential hopeful, cross your fingers feedback. Shadow Strike talked about the need, especially with the Corvus timing bug being fixed, quote unquote, on map 8, that really there should be an increase of timers then. Now, I have to say, my main complaint is that the reason why I lose health in Alliance Quest is from the game crashing, not from the timers. I don't care if it's 3 minutes or 5 minutes. If the game crashes at the beginning of the fight, you've lost 50% health no matter what. But I do think 5-minute timers, for the record, are a great idea. So we've asked to look at changing the fight timer to 5 minutes for map 8. We'll let you know what the decision is. Now, obviously, Kabam would say no only because they want you to have to use more potions and revives if you can't complete the fight in time. But other than that, it seems like a no-brainer to me. Now, this is the first of two things I wanted to cover, but we're rushing to the next one because it is one of the craziest things I have seen. Let's expand this, huh? Summoners. The crystals in the Null Cavalier preview bundle currently have a higher than intended drop rate of 6-star champions, which is pretty amazing to me considering I purchased one and my drop rate of 6-star champions remained at 0%. And several people told me that they got 6-star luck, but apparently this is a big enough news deal to not only acknowledge it, but also say that they have to have a crystal intervention before next Thursday when Null's crystals become the regular unit-priced crystals in the unit store. We will be leaving the crystals as is for the time being, but we'll be correcting the drop rates before Null receives his official release on October 28th. To ensure that this does not affect anybody that purchased this preview bundle, we will be auto-opening these crystals before the date. So in other words, you can't hoard them. But this means you will not see what you received, which would be a major bummer. To avoid any confusion, please open your crystals yourself ASAP. Now, as usual, when something is pro player, and in this case, higher than intended drop rates of 6 stars, and I don't know what those drop rates officially were versus what they were supposed to be, but what I do know is that they weren't so big that suddenly everybody was pulling 6 stars like they were 3 stars. So, I don't know, Kabam. I get you feel like you can't get 6 stars as too readily as possible. But then again, you gave us the What If Nexus crystals for $5 for 2 or $10 for 2.5 months. And those things were incredible, even if you weren't going after 6 stars. So sometimes when Kabam talks about things breaking the game, like higher than intended drop rates for 6 stars, I feel like they contradict themselves. They're kind of all over the place. And I still don't understand why the drop rates are better for daily Cavalier specials than they are for regular Cavalier crystals and especially early access bundles. Though maybe, just maybe, yesterday's early access bundles were more in line with the drop rates of those daily Cavalier specials, which is why they need to be corrected. I think it's a no-brainer, once again, to make the timers 5 minutes for map 8. I just can't say this enough, though. It's not the timers that are causing problems from so many people, including myself, that have reached out to me. It's the game crashing and the lag. You can have something be for 5 minutes, but if there's lag and if there's crashing, it's not going to make a difference. You are still going to be in a really, really, really tough position. So that is the feedback that I have for both these issues. I want to thank Brian Shadowstrike again. The man, especially knowing I'm on vacation, I'm away from my normal broadcast studio, sends me constant updates. A lot of times I won't be able to make videos on everything, but that doesn't mean I haven't read it and I've received it. Sometimes I like to combine things into one video, like is the case here. But either way, apparently this is why we can't have nice things, because Kabam thinks we have too good a shot at 6 stars, even if, like myself, I still ended up getting 0 6 stars. Did you get more 6 stars than normal in this YouTube, or are you like me and didn't notice it at all? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.